Morning guys, out and about this morning with my nephew. We're at this location at the moment. This is an area well known, and it's called the Party Caves. And basically you've got a cave on the one side that goes down and underneath the footway here and comes up on the other side, and its name is the Party Caves. And there's also one on the bottom side called the Pancake Cave. And you can rappel, abseil straight down into a gap, into a fissure, down into the gap, into the bottom of the cave. I'm going to do that one later on in the year, and I'll do a video of that, probably with my nephew again. But I'm going to take you for a walk down towards the River Wye now, and I'll show you some sights along the way. Right guys, a little bit further along the trail, and what we've got here, I just wanted to stop and point this out. Years and years and years ago, thousands, millions of years ago, we had all the waters used to pass down through this way, and obviously all the ice flows deposited rocks and bits and pieces. Now these particular ones here behind me are what's carved out of the hillside. You'll see further on down the trail that there's big rocks that have been deposited as the glaciers just sort of deposited these big rocks and defrosted. But these particular ones here, they're granite based. You can see a lot of lichens and mosses on them. They're granite based, and like I said, they've been carved out. So this whole valley, I think it's about a quarter of a mile, half a mile across this valley. So it just gives you some sort of idea on just how much water there was in this area. I mean, we've got the River Wye, which I'll show you in a minute, but we've got the River Wye at the bottom, which is quite a big river anyway, well known throughout the country. But you know, back in the Mesolithic, this would have been a ravine full of ice. It's quite something. This is a little bit further down the trail. What we've got at the bottom is an old milling station. What they used to do is get all the stone to that area, and there was a water wheel. I don't think we're going to go that way. We're going to go over to the west. So. But there's an old milling station there, and everything was milled and got ready. All the stone was worked and then taken by river. The River Wye used to be navigable some years ago, but we'll get further on down there, and I'll explain a little bit more about the Wye and what its uses were years ago. This is the ruins of the mill that I mentioned just previously. All the stone is quarried in the local area, and it was brought down by horse and cart through the very same tracks that we've just come down, brought to this location where it was then worked. There was a number of different materials, stone-wise, that were brought to this location. It was then worked and then placed onto on boats, small ships if you like, that would then take the material downstream. But, yeah, if you can have a quick look around, you'll see there's ruins everywhere. We've had Natural England actually spend a little bit of time and money on the area. And I think it'll be ready for carpeting next week. Quite a big area, so it was in its day it was quite a big concern. But when they cleared this area, they used heavy horse. They logged the area, took down some big trees, and they were using heavy horse. So it was quite a sight to see. But, let's go over to the river.
Yeah.
Right, we're down at the River Wye now, on the sides, just beneath or just below the Yat Rapids. That's Ross on Wye. Further down from there, you've got Simmons Yat. This is the rapids, very famous. It's quite a feat to do in fast water. I use this area quite a bit. I do river crossings, teach people how to do river crossings in this area. Waist and chest deep water, there's a technique to use. But yeah, I think we're going to stop now. I'll just get the camera to pan around and show you a little bit of the valley, the trees and the river. And I'm going to get the cattle on, and then we'll continue our little outing.